Hi everyone, it's Wednesday night at 8 p.m. So it means it's time for Stampin' with Denise's Facebook Live. Let me pull this up here on my iPad while we get people on. And here. So I hope everyone's had a good week so far. Yeah, they're okay. Okay, give everybody a couple of minutes to find me because sometimes it takes a little bit of time. Hope everyone's having a good week. I really am. I kind of like Wednesdays. They're my short day at work. You know, we're on the downside of the week, so, and I get to do a Facebook Live with all of you. So while we're waiting for people to come on, I'm going to remind you to please share my video. And when you do, I would like you to make a comment in the comment section of this video that you shared it. And I will draw for somebody to win the items I've made tonight in my video. So our winner from last week was Stephanie McKinstry. So Stephanie, I know how to find you. So I will get your cards to you. I forgot what I made last week. Oh yes, I think it was we used a good day. Yep, so I will get those to you next time I see you. I know where to find you. Yeah, so please make sure that you comment shared, because sometimes I can't always see everybody, the name of everybody who shared their video, because maybe we're not friends or something along that line. Okay, folks, so I'm going to go ahead and put the phone in the holder. I'll try not to jostle you too much, and we'll get started, okay? Hang tight. Let's see how that is. Am I in the right spot here? Good, perfect. Okay. Well, let me tell you, usually on Sunday, I start thinking about what I'm going to do for my Facebook Live each week, okay? And so this weekend, I was working on cards for a shoebox swap that I'm going to. I don't know if y'all know what a shoebox swap is, but essentially what it is you design a card and you cut out all of the elements and you bring them all to the event you're attending, you know, with the stamps and the adhesive and the ribbons and all those things. And then everyone goes from station to station and assembles all the cards. So I worked on this. I made this card using the, what's it called? Petal Promenade paper. DSP. I love it because it looks like real paper or real flowers. And I thought, well, I bet we could make a cute little Halloween card. But I've got a couple projects going for tonight. So, but I like it because it's a gatefold card, so it's just a little bit different. But you know, this could be a birthday, this could be a wedding, this could be for just about anybody, any occasion. So we're going to do one of these. We're going to make a Halloween gatefold card very similar to this, okay? So let me get my goodies. And we are going to get started. Now comes the trusty scoreboard again. You know, I didn't used to use this a lot, but all of a sudden it's kind of been one of my favorites. So this is a half of an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock. You know, this is the 8.5, and so this makes this 5.5. And so what we're going to do, remember last week I told you the larger end was for paper and the smaller end was for cardstock. So we're going to score this at 2 1/8. And our second score is at 6 3/8. 1, 2, 3/8. Just as simple as that. That's all we're going to use that board for today. Okay. And you know, it's pretty simple, just like, you know, we're gonna use the bone folder for the creases. And there you go. There's your card base folded. So rather than your traditional one that opens like a book, this is a gatefold. Okay, we're going to use this super cute Halloween DSP that's got the witches' hats on it. Okay. I was trying to debate if I liked the frogs or if I liked the hats, but I decided to go with the hats, okay? So when you cut this, you know, you want to look at your pattern. Some patterns it doesn't matter, like my flowers it really didn't matter, but for like the hats, you might kind of want them, you know, it depends. Maybe you don't want them, but just be aware of your pattern. So we're going to attach the two of these pieces of DSP onto this cardstock. This purple, the measurements on this purple cardstock is 1 7/8 by 5 1/8. And the DSP is 1 3/4 by 5. So usually I go in 1/4 inch increments, but I wanted because these are small pieces of DSP, I wanted to maximize how much DSP is seen, and so I wanted just a very narrow mat on those. So we're going to cover up our cute little frogs. Have to save them for another project. And we are going to center this on here and do the same with the other one. I mean, this is a really super simple card. It's cute and really easy to prepare. I think the hardest thing is probably just making sure you've got your scoring on there. Okay, and there's our two front panels. We'll line those up. Those are going to look just like that. I think that'll look good. So we're going to attach those like that. On tape or adhesive. Yeah, no, good thing I got one locked and loaded and ready to go here. Okay, so make sure I've got these lined up right. There we go. Yep, that's the way I want them in this case. And we are going to center them on this side panel. And then I'm going to center this one on this side panel. Right like that. There we go. Now all we have to do is put our little goodie on the front. And you know what? I kind of skipped ahead, and it's already ready. Got this cute little witch, just part of the suite of product. I've stamped her, put the trick or treat, punched it out, put it on this starburst background, and we're going to attach it right here. So, but because this opens, we don't want to attach on both sides. We only want to attach it on one side. So we're going to put some dimensionals. In this case, I like to put them on here, on the card itself, rather than on what I'm putting on the card. So what I'll do is I'll probably use some half ones. I tend to, I'll be perfectly honest, I like to use a lot of times the half size dimensionals because that's what I need. So, okay, let's take those off. And I'm going to put this right on here in the center. So there you go. I didn't put any ribbon on this one because I thought it looked good just the way it is. And there it goes. Quick, simple, easy trick-or-treat Halloween card. Okay, there we go. Project number 1 done. Okay, and today we're going to do another Halloween project. We've got this cute little 3-dimensional takeout box. It looks like a mini Chinese box. You find the die, this is in the holiday catalog, and it's the takeout thinlet dies. It's item number 147927. Isn't that cute? And it has a coordinating stamp set, and it's this one. It's the Takeout Treats. And I really like this because there's a little bit of something for any kind of season. You know, we've got the less tricks and more treats for Halloween. We have a Christmas. We have several that are just kind of for any occasion. We got some hearts, which could be for Valentine's Day. So there are quite a few different ones. You can see on this one I've used the star. This is Granny Apple Green paper. I've stamped Granny Apple Green ink on it and put the stars around it. Then I used this stamp and put a little label on, put a bow on it, and isn't that cute? You know, I kind of wish I was into Stampin' Up! When my boys were little. They're all adults now, because I would have loved to have made a bunch of these treats for them to take to school when they were little. You know, like 3rd grade, 4th grade, something like that. And I love this grape ribbon. This grape ribbon. You know what? Real quick, before we make this, I want to show you 2 other Halloween cards. Okay? This first one here that we actually made these at my class last month, and isn't that cute? This is another one of those stamp sets, doggone, the name's eluding me, that's kind of, you know, good for multiple holidays. It's called Making Every Day Bright, and it's on page 47 of the holiday catalog, and it coordinates with the Christmas Bowl Builder Punch, which we find on page 6, and the Making Christmas Bright stamp set, which is strictly Christmas. But I liked this one because it, you know, covered lots of different holidays. Here, let me show you on the catalog here, the stamp set. You know, I've got Easter, spring, that could be Valentine's Day, that could be winter. We got some Easter, we got some cute little penguins there, feathers. This is the one we used for the Halloween card we made here, and you still have some Christmas stuff. So, again, I like these stamp sets that have things that can be used for multiple different holidays or occasions. Those are my favorites. Okay, so there's that card. And we use the same gorgeous grape ribbon on here. I just love that ribbon. It's yummy. And I want to show you this card. I did not make this card. Whoops. I did not make this card, but I received this card in the mail from a demonstrator in Wisconsin. Her name was Sharon White. It's a call out to Sharon White. Look at this cute little card and watch when you open it up. Trick or treat. Is that not cute or what? I'm going to have to kind of look and see how she did that. I've got an idea, but I'm going to have to see the mechanics. May just have to do something along that line, but isn't that cute? Anyway, thought I'd share. And I gotta tell you, I like that purple, that there are other colors for Halloween now instead of just orange and black. I am not an orange person, so I like that there's orange and black and purple. Okay, let me grab, we're gonna start with the big shot here to cut out the dies for the, hi Vicki, I see you're watching, hi. Cut out the little treat box. What's really nice about this treat box is that you can get one box out of half of an 8.5 by 11 inch piece of paper. You see, it's the same, the paper is the exact same size as the base, the cardstock I use for my card base, so it's nice. We had another treat box a while back that used quite a bit more paper, so I'm gonna run this through. And we'll run it through. Thought I was gonna be a little late getting on Facebook tonight. Saturday night, my husband and I are going to go see Elton John perform in Detroit, and I was supposed to have purchased parking, and I hadn't done that, and so I was like Oh, I want to do that before, you know, I forget. So, and I got hung up in the, on the web page, of course. So, I thought it was going to be a little late, but we got our parking. So, there we go. We got 2 pieces. The 2 pieces of the card, or of the tiny treat box out of a half of a piece of DSP. Now, I don't want to put my Big Shot too far away because we're going to need it one more time here before we're done. So I'm going to set that over to the side. Okay, and you can see it has lots of score lines on it, so I'm going to go ahead and, I don't think you have to burnish them real hard, but you do need to fold them a little bit. When I was putting the original one together, I think there was one that was a little bit hard to fold, and I think I must have forgot to, you know, crease that, burnish that ahead of time. Actually, I think I'm going to just fold it. I'm not going to use the bone folder. Okay. I'm going to do this. So these 2 pieces put together, it's going to make the box. You know what I should have done before I folded it was stamped it. But we can do that. That's okay. And I decided for this one, instead of using the star stamp, I am going to use, I don't know if you can see it here, this little stamp that looks like candy. I'm going to use that instead of the stars that I used on this box. Okay. So we're just going to stamp this around, decorate it up. Don't really need to do the bottoms. We want to do the sides and the tops. Whoops, my finger got in the way. I didn't get a good stamp there, but it's okay. There again, my finger's in the way. But I'd probably make it worse if I tried to fix it, so I'm going to just leave it. Try to keep my fingers out of the way. Okay, I'm going to put that one there. Let's stamp off that edge. I like when things are off the edge. Okay, I'm going to put just a couple more on this one, just to kind of fill it in. There we go. I think that'll work. I'm not going to do any more because I'll just, like I said, I'll probably just make it worse, so I'll just leave it. Okay, and like I said before, when I was making, I think it was when I made those little bags a couple weeks ago. Whenever you're doing a 3-dimensional project, you want to use something other than just snails. So for this project, I would use the tear tape. I love this tape. It's strong, it's easy to work with, and you don't have to worry about cutting it, you just tear it. So you're going to put this double-sided tear tape on the bottom of one of your, there you go. Okay. Then you're going to peel off the lining. Sometimes it's the hardest part, I think. Okay, and okay, so these are going to line up to be the 4 sides of the box. It is strong though. There's no wiggle room on it. Not like with the Tombow, the green glue I used on those bags that, you had a few seconds before it, was solid. Yeah, this you get one chance on. So, and Tombow would be really good for this too. So you can see how it's all going to go together. Isn't that cute? Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is put adhesive on these 4 little tabs, a little bit. And it's just the right width. I bet Stampin' Up! Did that on purpose. They're pretty good when they're designing their stuff. Hi, Chris! Whoops, tape stuck to my hand. I like this little box too. So, there's I didn't know if you saw the one I made initially. So, and let's put tape on the last tab. And there we are. You know, I always say I want these videos to be about 20 minutes long, and they end up to be more like 30 or 35, and I feel like I'm talking so fast. But maybe I'm just saying too much, trying to do too much. Okay, let's take the lining off the paper. So, at least this tape is not as bad as that red sticky tape that we used to have. I like the tape. I didn't like the red liner because it's like stuck to me, you know, like static cling. Sometimes I had trouble getting it off of my hand. Whoops. Yeah, I'm a little off. There we go. Like I said, this tape is strong, and it's great for three-dimensional items. And our last one, the last tab will go in here. And ta-da, there you go. Put the flaps in, hook the tabs, and your box is good to go. Like I said, I wish my boys were little. I'd send them with treats in here for the holidays. So, box is put together. We're going to decorate it real quick. I'm going to decorate it just like we did that one. So let me get my other. I didn't show you what all's in the dies. Along with the die to cut out the box, there's a banner. There's some other shapes that you can use that coordinate with the stamps in the set. I was looking around, and this one I really like because I saw some people actually cutting the cardstock out of the box here and putting clear sheet. I forget what we call it in our catalog, but the clear, like you can make shaker cards and things like that with. And I thought that was really cute too. Or I saw people cut out pieces of coordinating designer series paper and decorate the two panels. So I like that die cut. No, Chris, there's no candy in them yet. No candy in them. So, oh, and one more thing. This is my tip of the week. It'll be on my Facebook, but I'll tell you while we're here. Did you know that every one of your dies from Stampin' Up! Has a number on it? This one says 147927. 147927. That way, if it ever gets lost or separated, you know what set it belongs to. Another genius move from Stampin' Up! Okay, we're going to stamp. We're going to put less tricks and more treats. Put that right on here. Bingo. Bring back the Big Shot. And I like things when I can use up. Where did my die go? There it is. Scraps and pieces and things like that. So I probably don't need to cut this out, but you know what? I'm going to trim it down. It just helps me get closer to the size I need. So I know it's a lot of work. That's what I'm doing. There's that. And like I said, and then the back, I'm just cutting out of a piece of scrap. Look at that. I love when I can use up the scraps. Somehow, I don't know why, I seem to have more black scraps in my file. Window sheet, that's what they're called. Thanks, Chris. I don't know about you guys, but I have more scraps of black than I do white in my scrap bin. And I kind of find that unusual because I seem to use, or I think I use more of the white than I do the black, but I don't know. Anyway, I was just glad to be able to make use of one of the. Okay, so much like this box here. And you know what? This is small enough. I am just going to hand trim this. Boom. Why make more work? Of course, I did run it through the Big Shot. guess I didn't have to do that, but there we go. We're going to attach this with snail. Put that on there. And put a couple of half pieces of dimensionals. You know, a lot of times I just cut a whole strip down, then I get a whole bunch of halves. I'll use them up. My ladies that come to my classes, they're very good about using up every little piece of dimensional. There's nothing you can't use on there. They may be a funky shape, but that's okay. Okay, before we put our label on, let's put our ribbon on. And we will be good to go. Okay, we're going to try this. I tied this ribbon first try. Let's see what I do here. See what I get. Okay. Keep our fingers crossed. So, while I'm doing this, I'm going to remind you, please share my video. And if you do, I'll enter... Oops, I'm not even here. Okay. Share my video, and when you do, please comment in the comments that you shared my video, and then everyone who shares will be entered in a random choice, random drawing to win the items I've worked on tonight. Now, last time I made a 3D project, I could not get it to go flat in a envelope, and it just cost too much to mail, so that person got a bunch of cards. But anyway, they will get this card, and I'll probably, what I would do is cut out another one of these little treat boxes and send it to you with the adhesive and unassembled, and then you'd have to assemble it. I could get it to you that way. There you go. Thanks, Vicki. Vicki was one of my winners. She shared. She's gotten stuff from me before, haven't you, Vicki? So anyway, made the cute little treat box and the Halloween card. So thank you guys for stopping in. Tie that bow again. I'm gonna leave it. It's pretty good for right now. I'll fix it later, so it's staying for now. But I want to thank you guys for stopping by, and please share my video, and I will look forward to seeing y'all next week. Thanks again, and have a good evening. Bye now.